What's up, guys? This is Seth Jarrett, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to talk to your parents about not going to college. Now, most students are content to believe the myth taught by parents and teachers that college is a magical farting unicorn, and all you need are good grades and you're going to end up rich and happy. Now, the majority of these people end up getting financially butt-fucked and struggle in their 20s. I want you to avoid getting financially butt-fucked. Your parents and your teachers are like Wormtongue from Lord of the Rings. They don't mean to, but they are poisoning your brain. So your parents and your teachers worship a diploma like a religion. It's highly emotional. The college application process reflects this. What should be a calm, factual discussion about your future has turned into a frenzied, emotional clusterfuck. Facts and realities versus emotions and platitudes. Now, your parents and your teachers are not giving you facts or realities about adult life. They use emotions or platitudes to scare or pressure you into college or a false sense of accomplishment and safety. This is what your parents think will happen if you don't go to college. Disaster, some nameless disaster. Your parents are not thinking clearly. They're thinking emotionally. And that's a very dangerous place to be where you make very bad decisions. So your challenge is going to be to turn this emotional conversation into a fact-based one. You actually have to be more mature and level-headed than your parents. You need to speak calmly and slowly, like you're calming down a horse. Whoa, whoa, girl, easy. Whoa, mom and dad. I'm not going to end up living in a box just because I didn't major in interpretive dance. So get the facts. Facts are your friends. They'll give you power and freedom. Now you're going to have to dive in and see just how deep this misunderstanding goes. Now the risk is facts may make no difference to your parents. This student was being pressured to take out $100,000 in loans. And in spite of all the facts, her dad still was like, I want you to get this particular degree from this particular college. But the facts gave her the courage and the confidence to resist. Now, at 18, remember, you're an adult. Nobody can force you to take out a loan. I hear a lot of people say, somebody's making me do this. No one can make you sign your name to a loan. You're an adult, and it's your life. So, let's talk about platitudes. A platitude is a remark or a statement, especially one with moral content that has been used too often to be interesting or thoughtful. And there's tons of these related to college. They're used as a reason to go instead of actual logical facts. So let's examine some and debunk them. The first is, you can't put a price tag on an education. Sure you can. These assholes have. The next one is, they can't take an education from you. Now, who the fuck is trying to do this? Who is trying to break into your house and steal your fucking degree or your education? It's a ridiculous reason to go to school. You might have also heard college is where you learn to think. Now, saying you need to spend $100,000 in 4 years of your time to learn to think is like saying, hey, I want you to bend over and put this lube on your asshole and I'm going to teach you self-defense. It makes no sense at all. These platitudes are really absurd, but they compel otherwise intelligent people, parents, friends, teachers, to blindly apply to school and take out loans like mindless zombies. And there's fact-ish sounding platitudes and skewed statistics, and they paint a distorted picture of reality. So let's see what the reality is. Now here's a platitude. You won't get a job without a college degree. It's bullshit. It's not true. The underlying fear and panic is that every single job in the world, every hiring manager is going to say, go fuck yourself if you don't have a degree, and you'll have absolutely no way into a decent career path. And that's false as well, statistically. 64% of employers don't care about a degree. This is from the multi-generational job study done in 2014. So, yeah, maybe 4 out of 10 people will be dicks about it, but 6 out of 10 would rather find a qualified, intelligent, resourceful candidate than just someone who happens to have a freaking degree. Now, fact, there's a huge gap between degree requirements and hires. They call it the credentials gap. Now, this is a list from Burning Glass of percentage of postings requiring a bachelor's degree and the percentage of job holders with a BA. And you can see they're not the same. In all these different fields, management, office administrative services, business, computer, sales, architecture, healthcare. 68% of the posting said you need a bachelor's degree, but only 42% of the people working in the field actually have one. That means, again, it's not like a driver's license where you need this degree to get a decent job. Furthermore, if that were the case, then this percentage of posting requiring bachelor's degrees would all be 100%, and it's not the case at all. In fact, here it's 36, 56, 60%, 72%. There's a huge percentage of people working in these fields that do not have a degree, even though the posting says that a degree is required. And I tell my students in the courses that I teach, even if it says degree required and you don't have one, apply anyway. Unless you're going to be a surgeon, entry level is a basic job. If you study philosophy, you're not going to end up working at the philosophy factory. Look at the kind of jobs graduates are competing for. If you study history at New York University, this is from a website called After College, and these are the kinds of jobs college graduates are competing for. Sales, food service, healthcare, customer service, administration, food service assistant, executive assistant. That's like Lloyd on Entourage. Executive assistant means you're assisting somebody else. A lot of these jobs are in food service. Why? You don't learn anything in college that has relevance to the jobs that you're actually applying for. So if you can demonstrate to a company that you're not a complete idiot with your cover letter, with your resume, with your interview, even if it doesn't have a BA or a BS at the bottom, you show your value. Companies respect hustle, intelligence, initiative much more than a degree, and what they respect even more than that are in-demand skills. And that's what I teach in my digital marketing course. Skills trump a degree. I know because I help people without degrees get great jobs because employers want you to have skills that you can actually put to work from day one. Hey, I studied, pony riding. Great. Can you actually do a marketing campaign? No. I don't have a degree, but I know how to actually run a marketing campaign. Great. We'll hire you and we'll give you more training. Rather than kissing your teacher's ass, why not learn what employers want? This is a study that was done showing the gap between what students thought. Students thought they were really great at working in teams, staying current on technologies, working with numbers and statistics, analytical thinking, and employers were like, you guys really suck at that. See, the students graded themselves really highly. Employers said, no. And it's because when you're in school that long, you get really disconnected from reality. So instead of thinking, how can I get good grades? How can I get this degree? Think, what does an employer want that they would find valuable so that I can get hired and advance in my career? You might have also heard college graduates earn more money. And this is highly, highly misleading statistics behind this. Fact. Underemployment. That's working at a job that did not require a degree or credentials that you have. And that's why there's so many students with bachelor's degrees working at Starbucks. Fact. Graduate underemployment is in most majors is over 50%. This is from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Okay. Criminal justice, performing arts, leisure and hospitality, anthropology, but also general business, marketing, sociology, English language, medical technicians. All of these degrees are producing graduates who are working in jobs after they graduate that did not require a degree. Unbelievably misleading data comes out of the Bureau of Labor and Statistics from the government. So you see a graph like this, and it appears that, high school diploma person earns $692 a week. Bachelor's degree person is earning twice as much. Oh, I need that bachelor's degree. This is very, very misleading. First of all, this data does not include people under the age of 25. Now that could include people from 18 to 24. That includes everyone in college and most recent graduates. That's millions of people who are not included in these earnings numbers. It also includes people who have been working for 20 years or more. So some of the numbers where you see a bachelor's degree and $11.56 a week, that includes someone that's been working at their job for 20 years and getting raises and working their way up. That doesn't mean that you graduate and suddenly you're making $11.56 a week. It's a misrepresentation of what's really like for graduates in 2017. And it also doesn't account for earnings lost to student loan debt and lost wages. In other words, the $100,000 you could have earned by working instead of college for those 4 years. Even if you only made $25,000 a year for 4 years, that's $100,000 of income that you've lost, and they don't account for that. And if you took out, $40,000 in student loans with interest, by the time you've paid it back, you've just taken $73,000 out of your lifetime earnings. So these numbers are not calculated into these figures. The fact is this: the average graduate salary is about $12 an hour. And this includes people under 25 only. This is from a Rutgers University study called Chasing the American Dream that was done recently. It's not based on data that's 20 years old, and it doesn't include people who've been working in jobs for 20 years. Only 51% of these graduates are full-time employed. Here's another fact. Most college students are completely delusional. This is a graph showing student expectations of salary versus what was reality. And basic gist of this is that 85% of students expected to earn more than $25,000 a year, but 41% earn $25,000 or less a year. That's like $12 an hour. And 17% of those students, which is the highest amount of any of these groups here, of any of these brackets, they expected to be making $50,000 to $70,000 upon graduation. That is completely delusional. It is not in reality at all. But here's another fact. Colleges intentionally skew earning numbers to make college appear more valuable. There's an organization called the National Association for College and Employers, which uses numbers given to them by their own members as hard data. It's complete bullshit. They oversample majors and fields that have higher earnings. They undersample fields that have lower earnings. It's not scientifically accurate in any way. And what happens is they produce a study that says that the average salary for a graduate is $50,000, which is completely misleading based on their own data. But Google likes their website. So if you Google average starting salary graduates, this is the result you're going to see. And it's not a fact. It just means that Google likes their website because NACE has been featured on the news. So, brought to you by the National Association of Colleges and Employers, which clearly has no financial interest in you going to college. Don't you think an organization that is comprised of people whose interest is in sending people to college and comprised of colleges has a little bit of a bias? It's kind of like trusting the Pork Council to do an impartial study on the benefits of pork. It's like Pork Council says pork's really good for you. Oh my God, that's true. That must be a fact. Let's eat pork every meal. It's not accurate. Here's another fact. College earning stats are not scientifically accurate at all. At all. To do a real scientific study, if you remember this from 7th grade science, you need a control group and a variable group of the same type of people. So you take like A+ student, and you take 500 here, 500 there, and you send 500 to college, and you have 500 skip college, and you see what happens in 10 years. And you know that the bright people who skip college are not going to be living in boxes. They're going to be doing as well as, or if not better, than the people who went to school and wasted 4 years doing a bunch of bullshit and getting into debt. But if you put two different types of students into the same data set, like an A student and an F student, and this person happens to choose to go to college and they eventually earn more money, and this person doesn't choose to go to college because they're not inclined to, they eventually earn less, that's not conclusive. It's not scientifically sound. It's like putting these guys in the same study to measure the value of a protein bar. You give the ripped guy and the fat guy, a choice, and the ripped guy said, well, he chose to eat the protein bar, so that's what made him ripped. That's like saying, hey, this smart person chose to get a college diploma, so the diploma made them smart and made them earn more money. It's complete bullshit. 70% of high schoolers go to college. Currently, the 30% who do not go to college, they're not Steve Jobs or Bill Gates, unfortunately. They're people with lower aptitude, less inclined to earn. We want to change that. Simply put, the diploma does not give you a brain or more earning power. People will still argue that over time the degree pays off, that this is a measure of growth potential, and that eventually it's worth the colossal debt and investment. But check out this stat. Harvard says that college graduates' wage growth is 0.2% more than someone with a high school degree. 0.2%. And that's Harvard. Now you're trusting this degree to somehow help you pay off your debt and support you. Harvard says that the growth rate is 0.1% with a degree. So how in the living fuck are you supposed to pay off your loans with 0.1% growth from the shitty $12 an hour job you got after graduating? Facts versus emotions. So now you have facts. Your parents and your teachers don't care about the facts. They're believers. They believe in education. You have to use the facts like a magic to try and break the spell, at least on yourself. The university and lecture were invented 400 years ago. This is the same period of time they put hot pokers up your ass if you had hemorrhoids. If you're getting pressured to be educated, tell people that you're going to educate yourself using modern methods, online courses, boot camps, seminars with relevant skills that are actually useful. Here's the takeaway, guys. You got to relax. Take the pressure off. Take a deep breath. You graduated high school. Here's the takeaway number one. Even if you graduate high school and you do nothing, you're saving anywhere from $30,000 to $70,000 in worthless debt. You could jerk off for 4 years straight and do better than college. By skipping, you're not missing out or falling behind. You're actually skipping 4 years ahead of college students. You're doing better. Remember all those neat facts we just learned? Well, instead of exhausting yourself on the insane academic roadmap to failure, where you stress about extracurriculars and standardized tests and college applications and loans, and you spend 4 years studying a bunch of bullshit and tests and papers and all this other crap, and then you graduate with all this debt, and at 22 you get a job you could have gotten without a degree, something in sales or food service or customer service. Instead of doing that and being 22 with a silly graduation hat, debt, no work experience, you're trying to get your first freaking job, you can be 22 with 4 years of work experience getting your shit together and already supporting yourself. And often you'll be in a management position or starting your own business or who knows what. You can do so many options. You could be the boss of people who just graduated college. That happens all the time. Here's the alternate that I suggest, and I'll get more into that in the next video. Skip the college frenzy, relax, have a latte, chill out. Focus on learning in-demand skills, work, intern, get out, travel, experience the world, be a person. Don't just be a person locked in a classroom for 16 years. And then start working or build your own business or start freelancing, do your own thing. Save money, plan for your future. By the time you're 22, you've got 6 years of life and work experience. You got no debt. You're earning your own income. And guess what? You can still learn and read books on your own. You don't need to be sitting in a classroom to do that. So, focus on what matters most. Money. Money isn't the most important thing in life, but in your 20s it is. Okay? Money provides the foundation that you need to live a good life and then spend time with people that you love and enrich your mind. And if you're struggling through your 20s and 30s and 40s, you can't have a good life. So if anyone pressures you with bullshit platitudes, just say, hey, how about a nice cup of shut the fuck up? It's your life. It's not your parents, it's not your teachers, it's not your friends, it's your life. That's my Oprah moment, okay? So there's no rush. You can take your time, travel, work, explore your options, and guess what? If I'm wrong about all this, you can always go back. You can always go back to college. Don't rush into this without thinking about it. Relax. And I'm going to do the same thing. So I hope this has been helpful. You can post questions below. I'm going to do another video later about what to do exactly instead of college. I'm Seth Jared. Hope this has been helpful, and I will see you soon.